Welcome back to This Week in Auburn Sports. I'm Plainsman sports editor Eric Wallace. David McKinney's sick with the flu, said he couldn't even really get out of bed this morning, so I'm joined this week by a future Plainsman advisor, Ron Burgundy. How's it going today, Ron? Okay. Well, got a brief show for you this week. There's not a ton of sports going on with spring break coming up. Baseball's got a home series against number 8 Vanderbilt. The defending national championships are coming to the Plains. This is an important series for the Tigers to get back on the winning track after getting swept out in College Station against Texas A&M. I'd imagine Keegan Thompson will go tonight on Friday, try to get them off on the front foot. But the biggest issue for the Tigers so far has been scoring runs. No surprise. Didn't crack 5 runs against Texas A&M last weekend. So I mean that's going to be a big issue for them playing against one of the better teams in the nation and really one of the more consistent programs overall in the SEC. I'd imagine we'd see Rocky McCord at some point over the weekend, but it's really important for the Tigers to get back on the winning track and get a win, at least, just to get that momentum going in the SEC play. Sticking to the diamond, the softball team welcomes the top 15 opponent to the Plains, the Kentucky Wildcats. Auburn softball's been chugging away this year. I think I saw a stat this morning from Justin Hokanson of 247 Sports that the Tigers have 64 home runs in 31 games this year, and that's an incredible total. I'm not good at math, but that's more than one per game. So last weekend the Tigers swept Ole Miss in their first series of SEC play, and as far as offense goes, there's no complaints. But the big question moving forward into SEC play is whether or not the pitching of stars like Lexi Davis and the other girls is going to be able to match up to the greater firepower of SEC lineups. So if you're in Auburn, make sure you check out one of the best teams on campus, J.B. Moore Field, from Friday to Sunday. Finally, Gymnastics is wrapping up one of the best seasons they've ever had. They'll have the SEC Championships in Georgia on Saturday, March 21st. We've got a great feature on Jeff Graba in this week's print edition, basically just talking about what he used to do in his life before he came to Auburn. He's a wrestler, was in bands, he toured around Minnesota, and but now he's got Auburn into a powerhouse, and we'll see what other kind of records they can break, because honestly they've been at the highest point in program history this season under Graba. So be sure to check that out. I'm sure the SEC Network will be broadcasting that one, and you'll want to see girls like Caitlin Atkinson and Megan Walker see how they can finish off their SEC season and go out on top. Other than that, Ron, you got anything you want to add?
Folks, I'm sorry.
He's been pretty zoned in on the Ku Klux Klan article, but I also know he's a big fan of Ron Swanson and Nick Offerman, so I'm sure he'll be there for that. Make sure you pick up a print edition if you're on campus this weekend. But other than that, stay tuned to our website for live updates of all Auburn sports over the weekend. Until next week, until 2 weeks, after spring break, this has been This Week in Auburn Sports.